Rolls of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. Grab your drink, your snack of choice, and let's get rolling. Just like that. Just like
I got popcorn.
Nice.
I
I
got
had to do it 3
goldfish.
times, but it was
Oh.
good.
I forgot my snacks. Oh well, we'll deal with that if we have to.
It's fine. I don't have a snack close by, so if
For the
someone
first time in a
comes
while.
along, I'll have to run.
Got a jam-packed session tonight, so why don't we just kick it off and let's get going. Our party has met up with the dead king, or what is left of him. Having discovered that many an adventurer have perished in an attempt to steal his body, they have been entrusted the task. Though it may not be wise, it is their duty. Now they seek to find it and do what no other could, hoping not to get trapped in a parallel plane in the process. Short and sweet. Let's
Solid.
go.
What about perpendicular planes?
That's a whole
Perpendicular
different thing.
planes
That's
Get
how
out.
magic works.
No,
Cross
no
over.
perpendicular planes.
No, get
Okay.
out.
Just-
Get out.
You good? We're good?
We're
Okay.
going to the dungeon.
You're going to the dungeon. We're going to the dungeon.
Have been storming the castle, boys.
So the five of you, yep, because KV's outside, are led from the throne room by one of the elven guards. You actually go back a little bit and down a hallway, passing a couple of tapestries. You wave at them gently, hopefully. Maybe? No? Just letting them be? All right, fine.
Waving at tapestries?
And you can.
Can I
Sure.
look at them suspiciously instead of waving?
Roll me an intimidation check.
Oh, okay. I can.
Just suspiciously, not scary.
Yeah, no. I'm not trying to intimidate the tapestries. Can I insight check them as well?
I'll allow it.
Wait, I can insight check the tapestries?
Might
Sure.
as
Oh,
well.
fuck yeah, I'm doing that.
Why not?
You never let me insight check things that I can't insight check. How does a 25 sound?
You can tell that in the tapestry
Mhm.
with the former king, not the current king, but his father, he did not want to pose. He actually was very annoyed with the whole ordeal.
He looks super pissed off.
Doesn't like his picture captured.
I don't blame him, honestly.
It's mostly the warts. Like, you figured, honestly, if you're painting the king or, permanently etching them in time, you'd do a couple of edits. But apparently this artist was known for their realism, and it's a big old honkin' wart right on the side of the king's face.
It's frustrating.
Or perhaps, and you don't know this, he had no wart, and this was an added bonus.
Oh.
Graffiti.
Who knows? So
I
down
don't
and
know.
around.
With a 25 insight check, I should know if the wart was added afterwards, or yeah, I should be able to
Do you
insight.
have proficiency in like master artistry or anything?
No, but I do have excellent skincare regimen, obviously, by the fact that I look so awesome all the time. So, like, I can just tell.
Can he tell if it was a magical painting? Like, was it captured with magic or just the arts?
Is just art.
Just the arts.
Yep.
Right. All right.
Very well
moving
done.
on.
So you're led through a smaller door off down one of these side hallways that we passed by last week on our way to the throne room. This leads you to a little vestibule of sorts, where you have doors to the left, doors to the right, and at the end is a open archway that has a set of stairs going up and a set of stairs going down, spiraling. So if you're keeping track, you are a little bit off-centered. You're not quite in an area that this would definitely lead to the tower above. You would need to go up a few floors and then back towards the front. But from here, the guard leads you down. You spiral down once, passing a couple of windows. You're able to see off to the side, you see the great and vast lake. You reach a floor below. Now, basically below ground. And he leads you again without any sort of pausing or stopping to explore this floor. Any problems?
We are
No,
on a
I
mission.
can't. On a mission. There's no exploration. We're not looting
All right.
until afterwards. Nobody get
I'm
greedy
looking
eyes.
at you, Kai.
Is there anything to perceive?
You can roll me a perception check.
Cool. That will be a 27. I think I beat Akir's passive.
You met my passive.
Oh, fuck you.
Kai takes a beat, not too long, but long enough to pause and stare. This hallway is very different from the one above that had the vestibule. It is much longer. This probably runs the complete length from where you stand all the way across the entirety of the castle. There are a series of doors, off and on again, but the thing of note is there is no light here. The sconces are not illuminated by magical fire in any ways, which was what they were up top. There are torches, but they are unlit. And it is very obvious with your 27 that there have been no footfalls on this hallway for likely hundreds of years.
Interesting.
So does that mean we have to light the sconces? They're available for lighting
If
if
you,
necessary.
I mean, most of you glow. Like,
No, we're good.
yeah,
We
We're
have
gonna-
the sun.
I'm a dwarf.
have the
We're
literal
fine.
sun.
Sorry, I
as in-
just wait. I do.
And not to be
So-
that guy, but I have dark vision,
That's
so we don't
Good
need
to know.
torches.
I do have a
worry.
flashlight trident though that actually has a radius of light, so we're fine. I do have a question though.
Okay.
Is there anything important about the rocks? I don't know. I feel like this is a valid question wherever we go. Magical rocks, normal
this
rocks.
is a valid question. It looks like just
Just
part
rocks.
of the same construction. Yeah, nothing particularly
It's not
eye-catching.
holy shit. Look at these rocks. It's just normal rocks.
Does this mean that it's been over 100 years since Atreus's father tried to like find the body?
Well, you guys are going down further. The guard has already passed down, and down the second set of spiral staircases in this little column of stairs.
So what you're saying?
This is a hallway that leads out. So no one has gone here.
Okay, so we've gone further than anyone else has, or we're just taking a detour.
If you decide to leave your guard and who is escorting you to the place you want to go,
We'll get wrecked.
you would be taking a detour into an area that has
No
not
one
been
has
touched.
bothered with this
Oh,
room.
I see. I see.
So there could be
Yeah,
I'll
let's
make
keep
a mental
moving.
note of it.
Atreus
Mental
is
note.
just going to look at Kai and say,
Oh.
"Do it later. Do it later."
Fine.
Are we gonna do
Thank
Robert
you.
Frost and take the road less traveled, or
No.
Yeah, it's
We're
not.
taking the normal travel.
the normal
travel
well
road.
traveled?
We are
Normal
taking the
travel.
path that the guard is taking us on, and
Taking the
then
path
going
that's traveled by.
Straight
When-
to jail.
when there are possibly no more guards, if y'all know what I mean, then we can look around.
Or maybe we can deal with the issue at hand and then worry about that later.
That's exactly what I said.
I mean, all I'm saying is that we're going the way a bunch of other people have already died. Maybe it would be useful to try something different.
I'm worried that
I'm
there's
an
a
ideas
stink bug
guy.
problem in real life.
I mean, ideas.
There is. Your daughter is looking for you, DM, to
All right.
save
Uh,
her.
you all can figure out what your plan of action is with the
While you deal with
Unused part
the
of the castle.
out-of-game stink
While I go-
bugs. Because sometimes there are in-game
IRL
stink bugs.
monsters.
I hated that time.
It was both times. There were 2 times that they showed up.
Were there 2 times of stink bugs?
Yeah, when we first got to the alchemist house, there was a
Yeah.
cloud of stink bugs, and then when we did the skill challenge to clear the house the second time we came through, while we were like,
Oh, that's right. They were back. Those little
Yeah.
sticky rats.
bugs.
Look, if the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results, may I introduce you to a different thing?
Don't expect different results.
I'm just gonna say we
try
go a little
again.
bit further, just slightly more, and if we get to a certain spot and we're like, oh, that's fucked, then we'll turn around.
We should at least find
Do-
the portal
Yeah.
so that we know for reference where it is.
Do we
true.
know where this other path leads at this point, or no?
No,
No.
it's dark.
And no one
We're
has,
not
no one
going
has gone
down.
down it either. So we should
We're
find
not
the
going-
portal, test the portal to see if it's a two-way thing, and then we can decide if we want to wander somewhere
The
else.
stick our head
Before
in
going
it
through the
and,
portal.
I mean,
check
I
out.
No, let's stick a familiar through it first, and then
could cast like detect magic to try to find the portal. Would that?
well, the guard is taking us
help?
to it.
Oh, he's taking us to the body.
I have locate
Which is
The
object.
body's
the
through the
portal.
portal.
Is the portal an object?
The body's through the portal. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I just was
No,
being
you're fine.
stupid. It's fine. I'm just
Fine.
an idiot.
Can I locate
Stuff.
object and make sure we're headed the right direction?
I really
You're
don't
muted, Rob.
think.
Sure. How long does that take to
Ah.
cast?
Longer than we have.
Let's keep walking.
Yes.
Let's just follow the guard, and then we can decide what to do
No.
after we have our bearings.
Do either Mina
It
or
is-
I see anything with our blind sight?
Why does Kai have blind sight?
Because I'm scrying
I have
myself.
true sight.
Oh, true sight. Sorry.
So you're scrying yourself. So your concentration sight up on that. No. Walking. It is funny watching the Phantom Elf Knight walk because, once again, his feet don't actually hit the ground. But he's going through all the motions of walking. You can see his arms swinging, his sword hip like wobbling as he goes, and it's very entertaining.
I choose to believe he's like a poorly rendered character in a movie, and so like his pace isn't quite his leg pace isn't quite matching how
I just,
quickly
like-
he's moving.
I'm just thinking of like a character in a video game where they like get like stuck on like random corners before they
He's
get.
just glitching.
Yeah,
And that's basically what's happened here. Honestly, that's
it's a glitch.
very true. Glitch. All right, you do down another level. This time there is no door, just a deeper staircase down.
BX tank is here.
Was
Hello,
Bring the
hello.
hype.
after what you can assume is about 3 to 4 stories deep, you finally begin to feel, Akir more than anyone, very acutely feel the humidity in the air. You are now well below the level of the lake.
My plumage is starting to feel dense.
It's just getting to you. You feel that, yeah. And, oh no.
Does it roll off your feathers like a duck?
I am not a water bird, so no.
That's true. All right, so you're just looking a little soggy.
Not
sorry.
enjoying myself. I don't like being underwater. I don't like being in small dark places. I prefer open air.
While like Atreus and Mina look super like hydrated and glowy since they're like part aquatic.
Oh yeah, like it's so good for
Don't
our
like
skin.
water.
Suddenly
Yeah, don't like
we
water.
look
That's why you
super
live on a
hot.
boat.
Yep. Other than the like heaviness of Torkel's beard from just the dampness in the air. Yeah.
Ah, what dwarf that I could
it's
smell.
not- Yeah, not a good smell.
I feel
So, yeah,
like
you
wet
reach-
dwarf would be normal, given that you're in damp caves all the time.
Wet dwarf and sweat dwarf are two different things. At the very bottom, it opens up into a much larger little alcove. This room has a very large wooden door in the archway, as opposed to the one that you had passed above and the one you entered through, where there was no door. The guard moves to the door, takes out a set of ethereal keys, puts them in the lock, turns it, takes them out, and turns to all of you. You may enter.
So these are not real keys.
They're totally real to him.
They did nothing to the
But
door.
it didn't do anything, did it? No.
Thank you.
I mean,
so
it
much.
might have if this is the door to the ethereal
Can
plane.
might be
Akir
just
check
this
the door to see
door.
if it is locked or trapped? Just inspecting
an
the
investigation
edges
check.
of it and all that stuff. Oh, investigation.
Do you want help? I can offer assistance.
Got a 13.
I'm helping.
All right, Atreus is
you
helping.
investigate the door.
So we're rolling again.
Atreus is helping.
That wasn't
Help,
better.
actually.
9. So we're sticking with the 13.
So
It
unhelpful.
is locked, but there are no obvious signs of traps.
Did you get like a lock picking
Yeah.
set?
Then Akir is going to attempt to pick the lock. But first he's going to tell the guard, "Thank you for your time. We will shout if we're dying."
Because that'll be super helpful. Yeah.
Not that he
Uh,
cares.
He nods and starts walking back up.
Great.
This is.
They seem like great company.
Ugh. A 13.
All right, do you want
a
to lock pick
13
it, or do you want me to
pick the
just?
lock?
Can I give you
was
guidance?
that?
A 13 to pick the lock. Great.
That is sufficient.
Oh.
It's not super hard.
It'd
It
be
is.
very hard for me to fail on most doors.
Okay, Kier, get those low rolls out of the way right now.
I'm working on it. I'm just draining the low dice. Then after he is sure that he has unlocked it, Akir's going to step back and say, "Anyone else want to try the door?"
Look at you. That's terrible, bro.
Yeah, I can do
He
that.
can learn
Yeah.
new tricks.
I'll try the door.
I-
I will go.
Would you like to look at your wife's
And
face
that's
and
not
make an
character
insight
growth.
check?
No, I would not like to look at my.
He's gonna
wife's
reach for it,
face.
and she's just gonna grab his wrist and be like,
Could you
"No,
not?
yeah, could you not? Gosh, for once."
What are you gonna do? How
I will
are you
hold
going
up
to
my
go into-
shield and open the door, and then peek over
I
the shield and look.
also.
Yeah,
I also have
Oh,
a shield.
Her shield is
I-
bigger
I
than
will-
yours.
is it? Yeah, and then they just like, mine has literally Eucidian's emblem on it. I think I'm good. Thank you.
Ladies first.
Fabulous. All right, shield up. Open door slowly peeking.
All right, as you peek in, I need you to make me a wisdom saving
Fantastic.
throw.
Hold on. Okay. Just checking. I have inspiration. I just want to make sure that that is available to me. Defeated. It's a 19.
19. Mina sees about 30 to 40. No, sorry, you only have 10 feet of blind sight. You see 5 ghostly
Great.
faces turn to you
Mhm.
and screech, and they suddenly rush at you.
Close. There's a slumber party in there, and it is now awake.
Do you think that the
They-
door's gonna stop them?
No, but it was an instinct.
Did we
that I
hear
had.
or see
Okay.
anything? I'm guessing probably no.
You did not, because Kai wasn't really in a place to see, and Mina just peeked.
Did we hear them?
You do not.
What kind of slumber party?
Of ghosts, angry ghosts. The same kind of slumber party we had last night. Super fun.
Odd.
Probably
Cool.
more. I could only see a couple.
It's
but
not
you know.
night, is it? Do we have an idea of what time it is?
I'm putting on my monocle anyway.
Maybe noon, probably not even quite noon.
Then yeah, Akira's also going to put his monocle on and pull his bow out and say, "Now's no better time than any to party."
I hate parties.
Goes on.
Oh, I'm also bringing Dusk out as well, in case he wasn't around.
Really, really, really questioning the wisdom in leaving my Pegasus. It felt weird to trot him through a castle. But I really wish he was here right now. She was here right now.
Yep, your emotional support horse would be very helpful right now.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't your emotional support horse still in the bag?
No.
No, she's in the stable.
That
Would've been smart.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
She doesn't need to breathe.
The calling thing.
Yeah, I thought you put her in the
And then I
bag.
let her out of the stable and she pretended to be a horse.
Yeah, this was the whole plot point.
Damn it. Listen, my brain has not been functioning terribly well for the last 3 weeks, so if I forget major plot points, just fill me
Just
in.
know she's not here right now.
All right. I'm going to obviously draw Night Render. Have her out and about. And are we going back in the death door?
The question is, can they get through this door first?
Well, why don't we
Make
not?
me
Can
check.
I see any hands coming through doors?
Check. No.
Can I
Do not.
make a?
Okay.
I'm not going to give them the opportunity to come to us. We're going to them. Check and go through the door.
Roll for testosterone.
Yeah.
Uh,
That sounds like a wisdom.
Intimidation.
Intimidation. I'm going to roll intimidation
Roll
anyway.
a
but that's a
wisdom save at disadvantage. for
12.
stupidity.
12.
12. Yes, that sounds about
Mhm.
right.
12 intimidation.
All right, who's opening the door?
Let's do
So you
this.
want me to open this door?
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
I've got my monocle ready, and I am preparing to shoot the first ghost I see.
Fine. Then Mina's gonna grab the door and go, "Fuck!" and just open it. Goddamn. But
all right,
before,
so-
wait. Because we had a
Yep, go
moment,
ahead.
I want to cast Bless.
On.
How many people we got?
It's
I think
usually
it's
3
4
cast
because you
per
do second level.
Yeah, I'm just going to do second level on that one. Crap.
So it's everyone but
I don't know. This is the hardest game.
I can get a D3, so not me.
You can do it for yourself. Okay,
There
great.
you
There.
Yeah, I don't know if it does all the same things, but
Cool.
Close enough.
Great. Yes. Haha. See?
Right. So Kat, are you going to go ahead and give yourself that D3 now?
More.
Yeah.
All right, so mark that off.
Um,
Mark off your bless.
does anybody else want a D3? It doesn't work for saves. That's the only thing it
Does
doesn't work for.
attacks.
Yes, it does. Would
I'll
you
take
like one?
more and then just use sharpshooter and basically have no negatives.
Cool. You get an extra D3.
Yay. All right. Mina opens the door to find at least 8 faces staring at her now.
Hi.
Looking into the room, Akir sees a moderately small dungeon compared to what you would have expected from above. This room is cold, dark, damp. It is not filled with water, but there are basically all of the cracks where their water would pool. There are little pools on the ground. On the stonework. Akir and Atreus and Kai all see probably in the neighborhood of 200 ghosts. And they're all slowly crowding towards this door. One interesting thing is that they're probably 6 inches away from the door and just slowly piling up and pressing against nothing.
Okay, so there's a force field.
So this is potentially the edge of the hallowed ground.
Or the
More
portal?
importantly than that, everyone, including Torkel, who has dark vision, sees that about 50 feet into this room, there is a 10-foot circle etched into the stone. It is glowing. It is warbling. It is a combination of the color that ghosts are, that green wisp that the phantoms are, a shadow, just kind of all moving amongst itself.
Ah.
There are 3 10-foot sarcophagi. You don't see all of them because they're spread out throughout this very large room beyond where you stand. All 3 are angled as if pointing to their feet towards the portal.
So we need to get in there, and there's a lot of them.
Can we just like hang out here and just pick them off until there's a clear path?
I suppose I could give it a try.
That
I
sounds
do
like-
want to try and have Dusk go through the force field first. Just like through and back.
pass through and back.
Can't.
Bird on
Kai,
the
this is going to be a problem for you.
Can I touch it?
It feels like dun dun glass.
Damn it.
It feels stronger than anything you've come across.
Do the ghosts look aggressive?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
they
cool,
want to
cool,
eat your
cool.
face.
Then
Mhm.
can I just fire a warning shot at one of them just to see if I can kill it from this side?
Absolutely.
I'll use sharpshooter because that's fun.
While he's doing that, does one of the sarcophagi look like the king?
It does. So if you kind of imagine how a mummy's sarcophagus looks, where there's a depiction of the person inside, there is the king, there is whom you assume is the queen, and then there is the daughter. How did that attack roll come out?
I failed to type it right.
Okay.
Give me one more second. There we go. 21 to hit. Great.
Mhm.
Then 28 damage.
Thunder or
Lightning.
lightning? Your light strike just passes straight through the barrier and eviscerates one of the ghosties as you see someone else immediately take its place.
Are you talking to us, Janine?
Yes. Picking them off, we're going to be here for a long time. I'm like curious if the Star Crown can eliminate more than just like one at a time.
I think it probably can. No?
Just wanted.
Start one target at a
star.
time.
Okay.
So, out of curiosity, what about Moonbeam? If they're all piling up.
Moonbeam does a 10-foot spot, and they are flooding a like 40, 50-foot area.
But it does that for 10 minutes.
Right.
So,
How long are you guys standing here watching?
I don't want to stand here watching, but my wife won't let me go in.
What's your plan when you get in there?
Should
I would
I just
I would
keep
like to
shooting them?
hear-
Hit
how
them
long do you want me to
with
shoot
Night
them?
Render.
Give me another.
Okay.
Give me like 3 more attack rolls.
My
All of-
plan.
You know, we're just burning up the time on Mina's bless here. So.
My plan is I have a big sword that does damage against ghosts.
One of them was a crit, so it's 30,
Mhm.
and 39 damage. I'm assuming all of the plus 20s to hit are fine.
Fine. Yeah. By the time you knock out the third one, and it just
Did you use
keeps
bless?
getting filled.
I'm using Bless and Sharpshooter just to make sure all of these are one hits.
Great.
You see the first ghost that you
Mhm.
slaughtered pass through the portal and into the room and join the back of the ranks.
Yeah, so it's
So,
not going to do us
unfortunately,
any good at all.
This is not working.
Yeah. So
No, can
going
we just-
in there and trying to knock as many out as possible. How's that going to
Fairy
help?
Guardians, anyone?
What we're going to have to do is run to the portal.
Okay.
Oh!
You who can
Yeah,
get in
These
there.
two can't come in.
No, wait.
Wild shape?
Wait.
They can't
I
go
can
through
do
the portal.
this. I'm going to walk in.
Uh-huh.
Back off.
Uh-huh.
As Atreus says this, those of you with your ghost sight see the little symbol of the king glow on his head, and the ghosts immediately give him
Okay.
space.
Right. Yes, that.
Ah, so it does
I-
work on these as well. That's much easier.
Mina's like heart is in her stomach. She's like, I almost threw up.
She probably like reached for him as soon as she realized he was going in. But then it was too
Wow.
late.
Yeah, no.
That was awful. I love you, but I also hate you. Okay, I'm coming.
Don't hurt any of these people.
You see their snarling faces, basically like these ethereal, angry, fleshless jaws snap closed as it's almost like their hands and claws and teeth become bound by your
Just tell them
words.
to sit as well. It'll be less awful.
And sit down. You're scaring my wife.
Mhm. I can see them with my eyes closed, so what's the point of closing my eyes?
It's true. A few at a time, they fade into.
Nope, that's creepier.
That's
No, it's good. It's better. Hey!
All right.
Cool.
you now have an empty
Awesome.
room.
Yep, okay, cool.
And no way to test this portal.
And you also have to get a Kai. into it.
Kai, turn into a spider or some shit.
Oh, look at you with that growth.
I'm working on it.
Do I want to, though? Or do I want to just sit out here and shoot off spells?
Well, we're not in the portal yet, so we don't know.
Well, I'm not going in the portal, because if I go in the portal
can't
and
go
am
through the
banished, I
portal.
go to the Fey realm.
Right. But you're not going to be able to do
So if
anything
I'm
from
not-
out there.
Can't I send spells through it? Through the hallowed area?
You can. So you would be out here 60 feet away from the portal, shooting at the portal, having no idea what you're shooting.
Hydrate.
That's right.
You could just as easily hit nothing as an ally or an enemy because you can't see through the portal.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hang out here for just a little bit.
So who's testing this thing? Because I certainly am not.
Can Dusk go in it now that you're past the hallowed ground?
I guess I'll try and pop Dusk back into the pocket dimension and back into the room that I'm in now.
Dusk enters
he's
the
in
room
here
with
now.
you.
Okay, so it's just a wall. So you could shift and then shift back.
I could.
Can I insight
And do-
Kai?
Do you know something we don't?
It's just a
Okay.
resource management thing. Yeah, it's just being prudent when. Are there
my
other
passive
options to get
insight had a
Kai
moment of doubt, but then I'm like, okay.
All right. Let's break out the hole for
Thank
this
you.
10-foot walk.
For 10.
All right. There
It is 6
get
Yeah,
inches.
it's really just like boop,
Roll it up.
boop,
All right.
boop,
And
boop.
now, get out. Okay, here we go.
All right.
There we go.
We are halfway through Bless at this point.
Let's get moving.
Akira's gonna send Dusk through the portal.
Okay.
Before you, well, are you getting close or just
I'm gonna
sending
send
Dusk
Dusk ahead
Ah.
through the portal because I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously we can see the thing, but I don't know where it really starts.
Okay, so as Dusk gets close, Dusk can see literal magical runes carved onto the ground. And standing at it, they feel a pull, and it just takes the most minuscule amount of effort to resist. And Dusk passes through. And you lose contact with Dusk.
Did he make it?
I have no idea.
Can you call him back?
Does he come back?
Yes,
Ah,
Okay.
there he is. Excellent.
Does
God.
Not through the portal, through your. You'd have to,
Oh, okay.
summon
Connection.
him.
So it is not a two-way portal.
Did you give him the directions go through and try and come back?
We'll say I didn't, and then Akira's like, I should have. So then he'll bring him back, and then he'll say, okay, go through and come back on your own.
We're just gonna test all theories. It's fine.
Akira was just like, yeah,
Yep.
go test the portal, Dusk. And Dusk's like, okay, now what? Wait, where'd you go?
Yep. Yes. Aye, Captain.
Bird brain.
One thing Dusk will tell you is on the other side, there's people.
People.
Living people?
Oh no.
Many.
I don't know. I saw them in.
Ah.
There were 3 of them.
More
I think-
instructions. More instructions.
I would like you to go through the portal. Identify if they seem to be physical or ghost, what weapons
Friendly.
they might have, and then return through the portal.
Are you gonna remember all of that?
It's the king and his family, isn't it?
It's totally the king's fam.
Poor child. Cat does not want to kill a child. Kai has no
The
such.
child's already dead. The child's already dead.
I would like to agree with Mina.
Kid's dead.
So, if you're on the Discord, you can hop in and see the general layout of the map as it stands. Hopefully, this is what you were picturing. If not, this is what I was attempting to describe.
Okay, yeah. I was kind of picturing that. So.
Hey.
Just reminded of the skeletons eating a meal from last week.
You're welcome. Did you like that one little Aarakocra skeleton? I mean, look at this guy in the front, in the
He's got a
foreground on the
beak.
right. Right? And it might just be the shoulder of the guy next to him, but it
Yeah.
looks adorable.
I also
Akira's
love
future.
that the people in the background have hair and look normal.
Ah, that's funny.
I know. AI is such a fun game. Oh. All right. Dusk goes through once again, and have Dusk make me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Oh, I didn't roll that at advantage, but it was a 17.
All right. Dusk goes through the portal and kind of like does this pop up thing, does a quick spin around, and standing essentially behind the head of each of the coffins are 3 people. And what would Dusk like to do?
He's gonna check.
They look like
They look like
Touchy
touchy people. Do they hold any weapons?
the king has no weapons. The queen has 2 weapons. And the princess also has 2 weapons.
Okay. Then Dusk is going to come back. And he's going to relay that the king was there and only the 2 women had weapons.
Okay.
So there are 3 people over there, and I believe the king is one of them.
Do we only have to bring the king's body back, or all of them?
We just have to bring the
It was
kings.
fairly explicit to just be the king, but there are 3 coffins, and 3 of them. Do the coffins on this side look like they're open?
Are they
They
in
do not look
use?
I wonder what's in the coffins.
Last 2 times. Actually, every time we open a coffin, bad things happen. So,
I don't.
Would you like to investigate?
The
I would
outside
like
of
to
them.
investigate without opening
Yeah.
them. How about
Yes.
that?
That's not fun.
Yes.
Well,
I
it
would
doesn't
like-
always have
What's
to be
the
fun
point of
for
having-
me. Sometimes I'd like to just live.
like to investigate with our eyes.
I'll lick it. If I lick it, can I tell if there's something inside?
It is cold and wet to the
Mhm.
tongue.
If I
And for
tried,
what did Kai get?
I got an 18, and I was trying to like move
What's
the
the
whole
D3?
thing to see if it was heavy enough to have a body.
You wouldn't
Probably
be able to
solid
reasonably do that.
Damn it.
Kai, do you want to throw a D3 on top?
Yeah, let's do that.
Did Torkel make a check?
Yeah, I guess I should do that.
So that'll be a 2. So that will be a dirty 20. His computer is being slow.
I can tell. Sorry. So we've got 7 investigation for Atreus, 13s for Mina and Akir, a dirty 20 for Kai, and Torkel with a 22. Torkel and Kai both look at the king's sarcophagus, and as they do, they watch Atreus lick it, and there's no real why generally kind of comes to mind, but at this point, they just know the answer is because.
Mina's still going to ask,
Um,
why are you like this?
You benefit from this, generally.
It's true.
No, it's foreign
Um,
objects.
We've read those chapters.
Never asked you to look for foreign objects.
Both of you come to the realization that beneath the painted depiction of the king, the lid of his sarcophagus is the ancient stonework
Ah,
that you
see?
once. Or,
Holy shit! Look at these rocks!
Look at these rocks.
look at
I knew it
these
was gonna
rocks.
come and play.
Do we have any idea what this particular stone was imbued with?
You can burn the rest of Mina's blessed time by ritually casting Detect Magic, or you can make an Arcana check, or do something else to figure out what kind of magic is going on here.
That's a 17 Arcana.
It seems some sort of protection magic, so that would be just logic. It could just as easily be necrotic or death magic as well.
Alright, so, we going through, I guess?
Either way, we have to bring the body back here. So we might as well.
Yeah.
Let's
I
go.
don't see why not.
Let's just
If it
have
matters,
Atreus
the
go first.
queen
Oh.
and princess, their sarcophagi do not have the magic
Okay,
stone.
that's what I was gonna ask that, and I forgot to
Okay.
ask that.
Information to know.
How about Atreus, you and me engage the 2 ladies on the other side, and Mina can try and grapple the king and see if she can haul him back here.
Might actually be a better idea if we let Mina deal with the weapon people. Because
I can.
not that I doubt our abilities, but I don't doubt hers.
If we want, I can.
Something
grab
tells
the
me the
king.
king is not helpless.
Oh, the king is 100% not helpless, but
Okay, so the plan is to go in there, grab the king, and then you banish us all back? Is that the plan?
Hopefully, we can just walk right out.
Okay.
Wait,
we should be able to walk right out.
Although,
Hold on.
why can the
Can we
king
just
not walk out?
Banish the king?
Because he's dead.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to walk
His
out.
body doesn't
That's
want to.
our
His body is
assumption.
going to literally fight us.
Do we know anyone who's actually talked to his body?
No.
Then we do not know for
My
certain that he's capable of walking
dad-
through.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe my dad.
Can we just banish the king's body back to this plane? Because it's material, but it's in the ethereal.
Yep, maybe.
Assuming that there's
Maybe the
not
hole's a
something
separate
under his
plane?
coffin that
Could
will
we-
bring him straight back there.
Fuck me.
Well,
So, do we have a plan then?
well, the poem thing says that one shall come carrying the light of the sun before the starlight. So, like, is that literal? Do you literally have to walk in front of me?
That's all. Listen, we're gonna go with the literal translation of the word of some god, and I'm going to
You walk
walk
in
in front of
first.
you,
I will go in
and
second.
you follow me.
Per that, I Eldritch blast the ladies across the room, try to get the king and yeet him back. Not those words.
Yep. That's gonna be how it goes.
My athletics,
All right.
my athletics is better, so let me grapple the king.
You can't go in there, can you? No, you can't be banished. Okay, you
Right.
can go in there.
Dusk came back, so I'm trusting that I will
Okay.
too.
I'm very nervous about that,
We just
but it's
fine.
fine.
let's go.
Let's go.
I can also increase my own speed in multiple ways. So,
Right.
Okay.
Let's
Well
go.
then, I'm going in.
I will say, if this is
Alright.
going to be a roll initiative immediately, we should take a bio breaker.
quick question, Rob.
Suggestion.
For Zephyr Strike,
yes.
do talons count as a weapon attack? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Just wanted to clarify that before I plan it in my attack.
Yep. So then let's roll initiative and take a bio break.
Dokie.
Since Akira's planning on grappling, he's gonna have his shield on.
That sucks.
I got also.
You know what?
I also got an 8, so I got a 12.
27.
Hey,
Great.
fuck
I'm
you.
sure my roll will finish before we're back from bio
Akira's
break.
planning to grab the king quickly and early.
Great. Great. Cool. We'll have one.
Would it make sense to have like
30,
Dusk
20.
try and taunt the king and see if he can go through? Probably not.
That's wasting more of Mina's bless than we already have.
We need at least one round of it.
And our Akira's main concern is either the king doesn't want to, in which case taunting isn't going to convince him to come through, or the king
Make him
can't,
mad.
and in which case we still don't know
Make him
which
mad.
it is.
We just make him mad both times.
Yeah. So we're just going to go with element of surprise, and an air croaker's just going to fly through the portal and grab him. Who would see
Fair
that
enough.
coming? Opposite of Jarnathan.
Jonathan!
Jonathan!
Kat, did you roll initiative?
I have not
Yeah,
seen cats
I
coming
got
through.
7.
Since their investigation didn't come through, none of their rolls have showed up.
Here, you're up. What are you doing with Dust?
Dusk will come through with me, and he'll
Before or
after.
after you?
and Dusk is just kind of gonna keep within like 15 feet of me, but trying to stay out of the battle.
I need you to I need you to roll me a d8 to see what square you land in as the portal sucks you through.
D8. Here we go. 3. Where
All
does
right.
that put me?
Rats. No, don't want that to happen.
Put me
Undo.
next to the king. Put me next to the king.
Undo. It does not put you next to the king. Oddly enough, it doesn't trigger any of the opportunity attacks waiting for you, so boo-hoo for me. You do not need your goggles at this point. As you pass through, the whole world changes. Everything here is in gray and white and wispy. You look at your own bow in hand, and you are essentially an ethereal version of yourself. The only things that are materialized on this plane are the 3 people coming towards you. You, now being fully on the ethereal plane for the first time, you realize that the coffins that you see are the coffins on the other side. You look back and you see your party, but only as if they were made of mist. The one thing that translates physically is the magical coffin lid.
The lid. Okay. How close is...
So you are basically surrounded. Sending Dusk through twice seems to have made them very interested as they have all come
That's fine.
towards the
So how
portal.
close is the king?
Are you on
Yes.
Discord?
There it is. Okay.
So you are a 5-foot step from him. Yeah, if you had rolled a 1 or 2, you would have started in melee with the
that'd
king.
be even better.
They were like probably like
yes,
looking
it would've-
into the hole, and
Yeah.
Akira's just like, ah!
Ah!
Yeah.
She's like, oh shit!
Then yeah, Akira is gonna cast Zephyr Strike so that his movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and then he is going to grapple the
Smart.
king.
As you move towards the king, he's going to reach out and touch you. This is not an opportunity attack, this is a readied action. Stop doing that. Stupid thing. Alright, I got a Kier. Move a Kier here.
King sounds
and
really
the King's going to
annoyed.
reach out for you. Am I visible to everyone? I am. Does a 19
not,
hit?
because I left my shield on.
He left home without pants, but not a shield.
Akira's like,
Always
I'm
need that
going to try
protection,
and grab
baby.
the king. I'm gonna keep as much armor on me as possible.
Yeah. All right. Make a.
Cool. I'm
Make an
gonna use my
athletics check.
inspiration to get advantage on this, because I'd really like it to work. That's a nat 20.
He's going to make an acrobatics check against you, and he got
So
an
29
11.
to 11 with a nat 20.
You have now grappled the body of the king.
This plan is going so well. What?
Excuse you.
Oh my god! I was about to go to the other room and smack you.
Don't ever say that.
So for Zephyr Strike, it says that I get the increased speed on the turn that I make an attack. But
This is that
okay,
turn.
so
You
I'll get
made
the
an
extra
attack.
speed.
A
Cool.
grapple is an attack.
Then
Yep. You also have the rest of your attack actions.
true.
Both of my husbands are causing me stress today.
I'm just going to try to use my remaining movement speed to pull him back through the portal.
It costs you have to move.
Mhm.
It costs you double movement to do this.
But I should have a
Um,
total of
and you just kind of-
6 or can I be flying? Can I
Yeah,
be
you
flying?
have
Okay,
some-
then I have 80 feet
Yes.
of movement. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You grab hold of. He reaches out to touch you and hits your shield as you reach around, grab hold of that outstretched arm, and your wings just flap as you basically throw yourself backwards into the portal, and you feel that tug, that vacuum, as it wants you to pass through, and you do. And as his hand hits the portal and you start to vanish through, you see the sarcophagus lid glow, and you pass through. All of you see the sarcophagus lid throw as Akir passes back into your world and the king does not.
Kira's gonna yell, "Damn it! Someone turn that off!" as he points to the coffin.
That sounds like a job for Kai.
Yeah, real quick, we'll just look for the whatever's powering it.
And or
I don't know,
Torkel.
like dispel or
Shatter,
whatever.
shatter against the Shatter technically has advantage against creatures that are made of inorganic things, but I mean, I don't see why the principle wouldn't apply to a stone.
Isn't and objects.
I
doesn't it?
generally do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was thinking more of just like dispel magic or something, Atreus.
Okay. I can do that.
But I guess I need to finish my turn.
You have one more attack and a whole bunch of movement.
Well, that was such a waste.
No, it wasn't.
I
You learned
know.
valuable information
Yeah.
at no
Very
cost.
We learned a
quickly.
lot very quickly.
Yeah.
Trying to decide what I can reasonably do. The room inside was just as big as this room, right?
Is the exact
Okay.
room.
And how tall is the ceiling?
About
Okay.
30 feet.
Then Akira is going to drop his shield.
As you already used your bonus action to
Yeah,
cast.
I guess I can't drop it. Okay. Then he's just gonna fly back through and go to the ceiling.
All right, roll me a d8.
5.
All right. You pop through next to the king and mommy dearest.
Oh, lovely, mommy dearest.
And what is interesting is you see how you had pulled the king, and the momentum that you were using did pull him through the physical space of the portal without him passing. He is now next to his wife. And she's going to try and hit you.
I respect that.
With her Morning Star, because that looks like fun. That's a crit fail.
Akira's feeling very agile.
I
That's a
respect
shame.
Yeah. All right. You're able to then fly up to the ethereal ceiling. You hit the top, and where you would have expected to bump, you don't quite get to the ceiling. There's some sort of barrier preventing you from even getting to the ceiling
Is
itself.
it safe to presume that the Hallow shell is probably okay?
Yep.
In that case, there's not really much else I can do. I could throw a dart.
You already used your bonus action.
Well, yeah, I've got an.
Oh,
I got
you have an
one more
attack.
attack.
You have an attack.
I don't really know what to do with it because I don't want to grab the king if I don't know how long it's going to take them to fix the lid. Yeah, I'll just throw a dart.
All right, who are you throwing at?
Doesn't really matter, but we'll go with the king just to keep his attention.
Nice.
That's a 26 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Right.
That included bless.
No, it did not. Yeah, I
Not
forgot
that
to
it
roll bless on my
matters,
other
but-
things too, but I critted, so.
Exactly. 8 points of magic or non-magical damage.
You know, I'm gonna. I guess it's not magical. Yeah, no, these darts are just regular.
Real darts. It hits him square in the chest without piercing him and just clunks to the ground.
Okay. I think I'm gonna end my turn then, because I'm not seeing anything else useful for me to do right now.
All right. Torkel!
Alrighty.
Actually, before Torkel gets a turn, the king looks up at Akir. Oh wait, nope, that's got a range of 10 feet. Never mind.
Hey!
That doesn't work either. Oh man, all I can do is cast magic at you.
no.
Oh well. Yeah, you're too far away for him to do the things you're immune to. So he's going to cast Ray of Frost. Range spell attack. $29 to hit, Akir.
Those are bonuses like mine. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. And then you're going to take 24 points of cold damage.
I'm gonna use absorb elements.
Sounds good.
Take 12.
One creepy part of this is you watch his face and there's no expression on it. It's just this gaunt skin pulled tight against bone neutrality. The closest thing you've ever experienced to this was the golems that you fought in the Abbey. All right, now Torkel's up.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out. I can't do any checks to this effect. I'm kind of wondering whether it's relevant whether I destroy the coffin in this plane or the other plane. I guess we're going to start by attacking in this one and see what happens.
I was gonna say, yeah, if it helps, Akira explicitly pointed at the coffin that was in your room.
Okay.
And you don't know it exists over there.
That's true. Okay. All right. Well, then let's just do second level shatter and see what we learn. 11 damage, or do I need to roll crit damage?
You don't. Hold on. Read it for me.
Shattered, sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, constitution throw. The creature made of inorganic material such as stone, metal, or crystal has disadvantage on the saving throw. A non-magic object That's magic.
Objects don't make a save.
That isn't being worn also takes damage if it's in the spell's area, but it's a magical object. And that's a waste of a spell slot. Okay.
You see the stone under the lid begin to crack and break. The lid seems to be unharmed.
Does it look like there's anything in the stone?
It is not broken up enough for you to actually see inside.
That could eventually end up being useful. Also, why do I have a 3rd level spell slot ticked off?
Summoning KB?
No. We'll leave it.
Did you cast something on the way here?
I don't think so. Did I do a healing word for somebody?
No, because we were all at full health.
Oh, did you do something during the night when the ghosts were attacking? Finished a long rest since then.
Probably
Spirit Guardians during the night.
Yeah.
Sounds like you get it back.
I'm
gonna untick that slot.
I also feel like Torkel would have known that Shatter wouldn't work on magic. Even if Nathan doesn't.
I think it's probably still potentially worthwhile to see if, like, I know the lid is what seems to be glowing, but if we destroy the thing that's enclosing, that could still potentially do the thing we want it to do. So I think it's not an insane use of Shatter. So let's go with it. And well, I can't see a cure, so Bardic to Atreus.
All right. Where would you like to be standing?
I don't know, like 10 feet from.
Do you want to stay like out of the room? Pretty close?
Like, I'm going to stay away from the portal. Like, I'm not going in the portal. I'm staying on this side of things. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, end of turn.
All right. All right, Mina. Atreus is on deck.
Kidoki. I'm going to go through the portal because that sounds like the thing to do. Because I don't have magic, I can't dispel whatever this thing is. I'm trying to figure out.
Roll me a d8.
Okay.
I can hear you. A 2. Great. You pass through without a problem. You are right next to the king. You see Akir a few feet in front of you and 30 feet up at the ceiling. And the princess is about 10 feet to your like diagonal right at, say 2 o'clock. And the queen is right past the king on the other side.
Okay.
Would you like a visual?
Yeah. I'm a visual person.
Akira's just gonna shout down to Mina when he sees her come through. That one's shooting fire out of its hand, or that one's shooting ice out of its hands.
Ice.
And he points to the king.
Okay. Cool.
See, he's got little ice on his hand. How cool is that, right?
Cute.
Sorry.
So cute. What the heck? I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay. So they're really close to me.
Knock him on his ass.
Roll me 2d4. just for fun.
Just for fun. 2d4?
Yep.
The 5?
All right, you have 5 rounds left of bless. So-
Great. Okay. He's really close to me, so shield bash sounds like the thing to do.
I'm at him.
That was a 14.
Plus a d4 from bless.
Let's do that. That's a 15 now.
That's not going to do it.
Okay, great.
Your shield comes right at him, and you watch as this magical glowing hand just takes your shield and pushes it past him.
Okay, great. We're gonna test the trident. Because I want to twinkle twinkle little star everyone in this room, but I'm like can I still do that with after hitting him with a shield? Oh, right.
It's a bonus action for one or the other, so
yes, I can. No.
If you want to use your attacks to shield bash and stab, you would then bonus action shoot
Okay.
him. That's fine.
Okay,
But then
great.
you're only going to get 1 stab instead of 2 stabs and a shield bash.
We're gonna 1 stab and twinkle twinkle little star, because science.
Okay.
It's for science.
Yeah. For science.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I am rolling like shit.
Yeah, bless isn't going to help you there.
Yeah, no. All right, fine. Star crown and motherfucking is. And
Yep.
oh my god, my whole round is a wash, unless I use my inspiration roll again.
You use your inspiration.
Yeah.
Technically,
can't.
you're at disadvantage on this
Oh, okay.
anyways,
Fuck that.
because you're shooting somebody while in melee.
Okay,
Oh.
great. So I did nothing. Thanks. I entered the
I wouldn't-
room.
You have entered the fray.
Can I move then?
Sure. Where would you like to go?
Am I in melee though? Is he gonna hit me then?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna hit me anyway, isn't he?
You can rotate around him to get into melee with multiple baddies,
No.
or get out of the portal.
I will move out of the way of the portal and stay in fucking melee with him and pray the next round I do better. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed in myself that it took until literally now to realize we got Crown of Stars and Star Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I did not realize that.
No? Okay. Well.
We're doing great over here, in case you were wondering.
It's all right. It's all right. Why? I don't know why this is happening, but it did. So I'm gonna fix that,
Cool.
and we're gonna put Mina over there. So she is not in melee with the queen,
No,
but she's also not in the portal.
no. I'm just in the room. My presence is known.
In the room. You're here. The king is going to look at you like
My
very
grandfather.
blankly, and then for a quick moment, his eyes turn completely black, even though his facial expression is unchanging. And I need Mina to make me a wisdom saving throw against fear.
Within 30 feet of Akir?
Now can I
At
Yes,
advantage.
within 30 feet of Akir.
add advantage? Great. Fuck you. I got an 11.
Less will not help you on this one either.
Great. So we're just gonna do things scared.
You
from now on.
are
Fine.
you are now doing things scared. So that
That's
is
my
disadvantage.
specialty.
Yep. Disadvantage on all attack rolls, and you cannot move closer, but you're in melee, so it doesn't matter.
I don't need to move closer. I am precisely where I mean to be.
Yep. At the end of your turns, you can try again.
Great.
Atreus, you're up.
Cool. So just to recap, the sarcophagus is like dealt with. Not should I deal with that before I go in?
You are asking Kai and Torkel. They're the only ones who can talk to you.
Absolutely.
I'm working on it.
Do you want me to can I dispel magic on that? Is that gonna work on it?
Does that ever
Yes,
work
it's worked on
this-
things.
On this kind of stone?
It unhollowed the hollowed sarcophagus. I mean, whatever.
Can
so,
I
you know.
dispel that, DM?
You can roll
What am
for
I-
it. Yes.
Fucking fuck me.
So you're going to make a caster check. So that's make a wisdom check, just straight
Okay.
wisdom. And if you choose to, you can add your bardic inspiration.
Oh wait, was that
to
a
it.
wisdom save or a wisdom?
It
Doesn't matter, 'cause that was a
matter because you got a
28,
19 on
so
the
that
die.
was really great.
So it's like a 24 technically.
So wise.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even
The
include
highest
bless.
you need is 19.
No,
No,
Oh.
bless wouldn't work here.
can't bless
Right.
me.
Bardic would.
Is it
I'm
not
too
an
stressed
attack?
to be blessed.
Oh.
It is not an attack. It is a caster.
Okay.
It's an ability check. Atreus sees the glow. It doesn't glow, but something definitely changes. More importantly, Mina and Akir, both of you watch the stone on your side change to that same wispy, non-ethereal form that everything else here
Your
has.
pale husband did it. Get
Alright,
the
so
king
that's
out of
good.
here.
It did it. It did it.
That's what Akira's assuming.
They don't know.
You
don't
don't
Is
know
there a
that.
visible change on our side?
Did I
Not really,
feel
Frank.
anything? Because I'm so wise. Can I insight the fucking
You know that
sarcophagus?
you know that Eucidium has removed whatever magic
Great.
was there. You are 100% sure. You don't know what the magic
And-
was, but it is not there.
Fantastic. Don't know if that helps. Can I go in now? Great. And
Absolutely.
can I bonus action spiritual weapon whatever is there?
You need to roll me a d8 first to find out if you can enter and where you
Cool.
pop up this.
D8 to enter. 6.
6. Cool.
Fuck.
I get to attack you. You pop up next to the princess.
Hi. Really not good with princesses.
Children.
I'm not good with kids.
Swing her longsword at you.
Who gave this child a sword?
Does a 15 doesn't hit.
That doesn't hit.
All right, you're here.
Oh hi!
This is-
Did you do the thing that?
Yeah, I did.
Well done.
Oh.
Now get the king out of here.
Great. I'm
Please.
gonna
That would be so good.
try to do that after I, whack this child that tried to whack me.
Okay. Good.
Wait, I just rolled the damage instead of to hit. Sorry, I fucked up. Oh no, you know what? And that's great. I totally missed the child. I'm gonna get to the.
How bad was
It
it?
was a 1. It was a 1.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Yep,
no,
yep.
totally missed the child. I'm really bad with kids. I'm even bad at killing them. So I'm gonna just.
Was that a second or fourth level
That was
spiritual weapon?
unfortunately a 4th level.
Fourth level. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep track of the spell
No.
slots. Anything else from Atreus? You are between the king and the princess, and a half step from the queen.
There's nothing else I can do, right? I can't get to the king, and that was my bonus.
You are next
Okay, I
to
am
the
next
king.
to the king. Can I just grab him? No.
You have
I have a
Night
night
Render
render
in
and
one
a
hand,
shield.
shield in the other, and you're kind of out of things to do.
If I don't know, I'm out of things to do. It's fine. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Question: is the
Done.
portal like on the floor?
Yes.
Yes. Because it's
So if you
not
look at that
against
picture, see
this-
that little
yeah.
ring?
So like we could technically try to push him back through now.
You could. Remember how it kind of like pulls on you?
Yeah.
He's standing partially in it, and it's not
doing it.
pulling on.
Okay, so still even with the
So I
sarcophagus
need to
good,
banish
he still needs to.
him.
Yeah. Okay. This is exactly what I needed to know.
I mean, that's fine. Akir's still going to try and dive tackle him through the portal again because something on his side changed, even though you don't know that.
Okay.
All right. Kai is up because I rolled absolute garbage for initiative, and all 3 of my monsters are 6 and under.
Don't feel
Nice.
bad. I also rolled absolute
Nice.
garbage 3 times in a row. So.
Just be prepared. It's about to get bad.
Lovely.
Not for Kai unless she goes through.
Unless I what?
Unless you make yourself a target that I can hit.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start by raging.
Nice.
So let me check that off. I am raging, and I am... Hold on, I need to figure out what that does.
It means you cannot cast any spells, you no longer concentrate on spells, and you have advantage on strength athletics checks.
No, it means that magic infuses one of my weapons, and until the end of my rage, the damage type changes to force, and it gains the light and thrown properties.
Super cool.
And if it reappears in my hand, if I throw it, it will reappear in my hand at the end of my turn.
Nice.
That is what it means.
That is legit.
So, let's see what we're gonna do. I think we are going to take our hand axe and attack the sarcophagus, because that is the last thing I knew that needed to be done.
All right. And this is now doing magical force damage?
Yes, and that was, in fact, a nat 20.
Ow. All right. Do all the things. You're attacking the lid, I assume?
Yeah.
Yep.
So...
Give me another d6.
Oh, wait, no. 9 was 2d6.
Okay. And do you also do extra d8 of force damage, or is your 9 now force damage?
I think the 9 is force damage, but I also get 2 additional from raging. So that becomes an 18. Or sorry, an 11.
11.
Wow.
11 force damage.
I'm gonna
You
ignore that.
bring your axe down, and it's amazing because it doesn't slice. It hits it and makes a crack down the middle. You still have a ways to go through this ancient formerly magical stone, or whatever. But that worked.
All right, we're gonna do that again.
Yep. You can recklessly attack for advantage if you so choose.
Do I need to?
You can crit if you hit.
Fair.
20. So. No. Okay. The 18 will hit for regular old force damage.
And that is a 7, which becomes a 9.
Nice. So you are at 20 damage. You actually break off a chunk this time. It's still not really anything to do with it, but the air is different that kind of comes out. It doesn't have the dampness. It also doesn't have decay. It's stale and old. And hollow.
I'm definitely cursed now at this point because I'm pretty sure there was something about like if you fuck with the stone, you get cursed or something. So that's great. I have not broken it in half.
What's yet another curse?
Right? Kai said so.
Right? Having not yet broken through it. I am going to, I think.
You've used a bonus action and both of your attacks.
Oh, I did use my bonus action. What about an item interaction?
You pulled out your hand axe.
You're assuming I didn't already have it out.
I am assuming you didn't have it out. I don't really care if you had it or not, so up to you.
Oh, I have to have an action to do that. So never mind. I will end my turn.
All right. It is now the king's turn. He gets all of his legendary actions back. Hurrah, hurrah. Let's see.
And Torkel's just
He is
on the other side watching Kai smack the stone.
If
Yep.
you're gonna hit me, please let me know because I need to refill my cup. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you should do that. I should wait for her before I roll the attack,
Yeah,
right?
because you want to see her reaction, good or bad.
That's what I thought. That's really what I feel is.
Hey, hydrate.
Hydrate.
Hydrate!
I feel great.
I have not been watching the Twitch.
It's
Channel?
been pretty quiet.
It's been
Are people?
Pretty quiet.
Is everybody pretty nervous? Is that really
High
what's
suspense.
the problem? here?
Alright, hit me, bitches.
dun, dun, dun.
All right. He's going to reach out and touch you.
Hydrate. Whatever the fuck.
28 to hit.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's even gonna get me now. You feel your skin turn cold, and where he makes contact, your aquatic skin, the moisture freezes and burns, and you take 13 points of cold damage.
Huh.
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
You have bless right now.
great. 12. Alright, dice. Can we have a
Roll your bless.
Can we have a conversation about the shittiness of your rolls today? Thank you. 4.
All right, 16 fails.
Great.
Would you like to use Indomitable?
No, why not?
Or- So you've still got the +4. I'll let you keep that.
Uh-huh.
So you can make another con save.
19.
There you go. All right. You are not paralyzed.
Great.
And now I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with the new bless for maintaining bless.
Okay.
This one is so much less important.
25.
Yeah, you're good. You're fine.
This is better. Okay, dice. Are we good? Did we round the corner? Did we get it all out of our system?
Got it out, you know.
Okay.
You're still frightened,
That's
obviously.
fine. That's
but-
whatever.
And that's going to be the end of his turn.
Great. Good. Fantastic.
The princess is in melee with Atreus, and so she's going to come at Atreus. Atreus feels this sudden sapping of his strength as she speaks again, no face, just begins uttering words that Atreus understands to be the blood of your body will rain in the floor, and I will curse you and follow you all the days of your life.
I'm already married.
I was gonna say the same thing.
She has casted Hex on you.
Why?
And is now going to swing at you twice.
Good.
So your strength is Hex. So if you make any athletics checks, they will be at disadvantage.
Great.
14 misses. So her longsword sweeps right over your head. She jabs at you with the short sword for a 19.
Yeah. No, because why do I only have a 17 armor class? Have I always only had a 17 armor class? Why did I think
Generally,
it was
yeah.
higher?
Because don't you have like a
Because
magic
you,
Because,
you
like,
level?
had shield and
Yeah, can I do the shield thing?
sure.
Great.
There's like a shield. Nope.
Like please
Yep.
no. With Night Render, just zoom.
Her sword comes right at your throat, and you just feel Night Render block it as a flash of light stalls there.
That's my girl.
Hey, wait. I mean, I'm holding her. It fine.
So Rob holds you, and you're my best friend.
All things work here.
I love you so much.
The sword is Mina's best friend. Okay.
You are my favorite. The end. I love you so much.
The queen is going to dislocate her
No,
jaw,
I don't like it.
and a blast of cold just kind of radiates across the room. And I'm going to need Atreus and Mina to make me Constitution saving throws. You see that
Hey.
the king is completely unaffected by this.
Not 20, so I'm fine.
Is the cure
And-
safe because of his height? Okay.
Yes, she could hit them.
I
or
just wanted to make sure I knew where things were going.
All right, bring it on.
Yeah, she could have hit you, but not you and them.
Dice.
Mina, roll your d4.
Oh, you're right. It's a 14. Wouldn't even that. It's a 2. It's a 12.
12 will not do it. 14 would have done.
Ah, fuck.
Do you have absorb elements in your little thing?
I don't think that would make sense. Wait, hold on. It might
No, you only get
because
Because
You
you
only
now
get-
We
have,
put it in
you
there
have
at
Hex on
one
your shield
point.
now.
yeah, because
You
I
wouldn't
stopped
need Hunter's
adding
Mark.
Hunter's Mark because that made no sense. Bless would have made sense.
but Bless was at
and
second
absorb-
level.
Yeah.
If Bless was at second level, that and Revivify, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Mina is going to take 45 points of cold
Jesus
damage.
fucker.
And she needs to make a DC 22 Constitution saving throw to keep Bless up.
That's really funny.
And Atreus is going to take 22 points of cold
20.
damage.
But I got. What the?
Yeah,
No.
you're taking half.
What? No. I don't
Yeah,
like it.
Mina,
No,
Mina
Bless-
just took
Bless is
45.
I know, but
Yeah.
she has like more than me in general, so it's like fine. Wait,
A-
22
actually,
or
she-
23? You
She
said
doesn't though.
she doesn't.
22.
22. Fuck
got
me.
Yeah,
one
I'm
more
at
hit
20.
point than
I'm
you.
at 26 hit points. I hope you all just know this right now.
No. Yeah.
Akira's
that's why I said
panicking, don't worry.
definitely. We're panicking. No, we don't like this.
Fuck's sake.
No. So you better.
Has anybody like called through the portal to tell me to get my ass in there?
No, because
Or
Akir
Torkel?
wants
That doesn't
to
work.
get our asses out, not more people
We
in.
need to get back out
Mhm,
the portal.
mhm.
I mean, you can bet I'm going in on my next turn. I was briefly diverted.
I now look very frigid. So cold.
Weathering this massive cold
I
burst
finally
without
look probably the right color for my people. I am blue.
Right?
I would fit
So
in so
blue.
well at
That would,
home.
that would die. Maybe Mina's gonna die.
No.
You watch as the king takes his hand and just kind of crushes it down, and a wave of darkness moves across the floor. And I need every living creature within 20 feet, so that's just Atreus and Mina, to make Constitution saving
I'm
throws.
gonna roll it with inspiration. Thanks so much.
21.
Nice, that's gonna pass. And there is no more bless, by the way.
22.
Wow, that was clutch. You're going to take half of this.
Great. What is it?
21 necrotic damage.
You take a quarter.
So that's 10 damage to Atreus.
Thank you, STDs.
And 5 damage to Mina.
Bless.
I don't know. I think technically
Not
it's
blessed,
like
but
cursed,
also blessed.
but in a good way.
Different kind of bless.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you
the
for the
best blessing there.
vampire
Like-
STD.
This is familiar pain.
That hurts in a weird way.
That hurts, but I'm kind of into it. You're like, oh.
No, I'm okay with, guys. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Don't know. Don't worry
So
about
you're
it.
saying Mina blushes when she gets hit with necrotic damage?
That one tickles.
Wait.
That was really good because the DC for that save was 18. So you guys really wrecked that.
You're welcome.
Top of the round, we're going to Akir.
Great. Akira is just gonna try and grapple the king again.
All right.
And we're gonna add a D3. I probably don't need it because that's a 28.
Yeah, he can't beat that.
So I'm grappling the king.
All right,
Sure,
do you want me
go
to
for
roll
it.
just for fun? There you go. Oh yeah,
Nice,
nat
that makes
one.
it even more fun.
His back was turned entirely.
Well, Akira swoops down as his back is turned and just grabs the back of his back and just dives through the portal. But he's also going to try and wrap himself around the king so that if he doesn't get through, he's still nah, he's not gonna bother with that. He's just gonna try and pull him through.
All right. All of you watch. Well, okay. Mina and Atreus watch as the king and Akir enter the portal and vanish. Coming through the other side, Torkel and Kai watch Akir appear.
I've got him. Now what?
He's in the coffin. No, you don't have him. He's in the coffin.
What am I holding?
Nothing.
Your imagination.
But he's not back in the ethereal plane.
Well,
The
we don't
material
know
plane.
if he went back.
What?
I guess.
What did Mina and Atreus see again?
You watched as Akir grabbed the king and passed through the portal, and
They
they
both
vanished.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think he's
Now
in the
it's 2v2.
sarcophagus.
Us, this has been a grand success.
And what did I see?
Correct.
Just Akir come through.
You saw just Akir grabbing nothing
Do I
and
mm,
passing.
since the first time I tried to pull him through, I knew he didn't come through. Did this feel the same or different?
This felt different. He was
you
not
still have
yanked
an
out
attack?
of your hands.
Do you
You
still have
one
an
more
attack?
attack and I
And
think
a bonus
20 feet of
action.
movement. You use 30 to get there, and then 10
Yeah.
feet to drag him through.
I'm torn. I know it felt different. The portal's still there. I can tell Kai is hammering on the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Kier's an idiot. He's going to cast off his shield and pull his bow and jump back through the portal.
All right, roll me a d8.
Because his friends are hurt. Kai's got the coffin handled and he doesn't know where the king is anyway. 3.
You appear right next to Mina. The king is nowhere to be found. And you see Atreus in melee with the princess. And as you
So we're
just left
good?
him. Mina's not in melee with anyone.
We're good?
Wait, where's the queen?
This is good?
Okay.
Where she was standing.
That way. That way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, get out. And then Akir is going to try to shoot the princess. Or no, the queen, because the queen just did a massive amount of damage.
Okay.
Do you want to make sure he's not in the coffin
There is
in
no
the
coffin
ethereal
in the
plane?
ethereal plane.
They're all
Oh,
fuzzy.
I thought there was like a...
It was like there, and now it's all mist.
The lid was the only thing that was here, and that is no longer here. So the 2 bodies are the only ones who
Gotcha.
are here.
I apologize. I'm only half paying attention because I'm attempting to get a cat the very cheap wet food. That is the only thing she will eat.
So I'm using 1 bow attack on the queen with sharpshooter. 16 to hit with my D3.
Let me pull it back. 16 on the queen.
Yes! That's
Hits.
35 points of damage. And I'll need a
Nice.
DC 14 or knocked prone. Thunder.
What type of damage was this? Thunder. Okay, cool. That does hurt her.
Actually, I'm going to add my favorite foe on that.
And you said
Yeah,
strength saving throw?
I'm going to add favorite foe for more damage. Because Akira wants to get people out of here. That's an extra 6. So 41 damage on that. And they pass the strength
Plus 6.
save. Dang it. Okay. I've used both actions. And a bonus action. The queen is not next to the princess, so I cannot horde break. I guess I am out of movement. But I am going to circle. If I have any movement speed, I'm going to circle around so that I'm kind of in a triangle and not next to any of my allies.
Smart.
Because Akir just saw what the queen can do and does not want that to happen again. At least not to everyone.
Yeah. All right. Torkel, you're up.
All right. Kai, stay safe, and Bardic Inspiration to Kai, and Torkel's going in.
Nice. Roll me a d8.
All right. Doing this over here. An 8.
8. Very cool. You appear right next to the princess, but diagonally to Atreus.
Okay. So let's see.
You're
I'm
in
in
melee.
melee. Yeah. I've just used my bonus action to cast Bardic, so I don't actually have Shillelagh up at the moment.
Dated map posted on the stream chat channel in the Discord.
I see. So I am going to cast. Well, I guess I'd probably see that Mina is not doing well, but I'm also gonna have to disengage to go and cure wounds.
Touch her.
Yeah, I'm currently the color blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and I'll take the opportunity attack.
Am I
Are you passing through the portal or walking around it?
I'm going to go around it.
no longer frightened though, since the king's no longer in the room?
You are no longer
Okay.
frightened. Yeah.
Okay.
So now
Yeah,
you're,
that's a
I'll
good
go
you're
around.
just shivering
Most of
with
your
cold
fear is
now,
not here.
not shivering with fear. It's just the cold.
Yeah, not scared, just freaking freezing.
Yeah.
Where's the whiskey?
So I'm going to get an opportunity attack from the princess.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Uh, 14 is not going to hit our very tanky bard.
Sweet. And Mina gets 22 healing.
Wonderful.
All right, and now I'm just gonna pull out my, well, I guess it's a Skyblinder staff. I'm gonna pull out Skyblinder staff, and I guess I don't want to look threatening, given that I'm standing next to Mina, who I just healed up. So I'm gonna look prepared. I look prepared. I don't look threatening. I look prepared.
Hit her, not me.
End of turn.
Nice. Mina, you're up.
Great. Are we staying in here, folks? Akira said leave, right?
Akir said leave.
Are we not staying in here?
Get the
I just
fuck
got
out.
here.
Where's the guy?
Where'd the king go?
He vanished when I
Akira?
took him through.
What the fuck? Want to go back through
Kai's
now?
breaking the
Wait,
coffin.
what?
Just get out.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck.
oh fuck! I'm gonna be left in here again.
God damn it!
But it's okay because you haven't been hit.
Somebody grapple him on the way out.
No, I'll be fine.
Akir could grapple you on the way out. That's fine.
Mina has 2 attack actions. She could grab Torkel, shove him through, grab Atreus, and walk through with him if she really, really was bent on leaving Akir here
Oh
by
no, I
himself.
would not do that. I have attack actions, which she would probably like attack and then leave and just be like, everyone, please don't linger. Oh my god.
She'd step through and
Uh,
count to 6 out loud.
Yeah, probably. I really want to use the Star Crown, and I would like to do it against the bitch queen of Narnia. So
Make an attack roll. You can absolutely
I really
do that.
want this to work. Okay, dice, please stop shitting on me. Yes, motherfucker. 22.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's going to be an auto crit
Yeah.
because you are near Night Render.
Yes. So wait, then I have to roll crit damage on that. All right.
Yes.
Crit damage. I can't wait to see this. All right, everyone. That's a lot of dice. 46 points of
That's what we call
damage.
payback.
Very nice.
8d12.
You! Twinkle,
Fuck.
twinkle, suck on
That's some
this.
nice crit damage.
This star bursts forth, and you watch as Night Render's sunlight basically follows, and it just burns a hole through her shoulder.
I-
She is still standing, because she feels no pain, but
There's
that
not a
hurt
ton
a
of
whole
left of her.
I really wanted to do that, and that was great. Sorry that I did that. That's right. It just slides off my head a whole lot.
Say it again while wearing the crown. Twink.
I really twinkle twinkle suck on that motherfucker. Okay. Mina's really aggressive in the sailor, so whatever. Cool. That was awesome.
you still have your full
Yeah.
action here.
Seriously.
And action surge.
Yeah, I
like,
could do a
if you want to drop her, you are more than welcome.
lot.
to.
I'm just trying to decide. So wait, is Atreus still in melee with the princess?
Yes.
Can I send another one to her? I can't. It's
Not.
one.
It is one bonus
Okay.
action.
But I can Eldritch Blast. I don't understand which one is bonus action. So we're gonna.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thanks. I will always ask because I don't know. So you just tell me yes or no.
I got you.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the princess.
Great. Do it twice.
Okay. That's a 21 for that one. And
Yep.
should I roll the damage now? Or okay.
Yeah.
So that one gets 3, which is not a whole lot. Freaking Eldritch Blast, you know, up that game. And then again. And that was a 20, dirty 20.
Yep.
And she gets another 4 points there.
Nice.
And then I guess I'll leave. Right? Great.
All right.
All right, I did the
All right,
thing, and now I'm leaving, and you all better follow me. Okay. thank
Mina
you.
walks, and she abandons her husband and Torkel.
She
once
takes
again.
one step into it and be like, "Don't be long," and then like.
Atreus, do you still have Bardic?
I think
Or
so.
do you use that?
I didn't use
I
it
think you
yet.
still have
I have it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just checking.
All right.
I'm
Atreus, you're up.
following. Can I
You're in melee
disengage
with
and follow
the
my wife?
princess.
Come on, Torx.
Absolutely.
Let's not do.
He
Let's not wait.
learns.
I know. I do that. I'm so smart.
Do you want to make a spiritual weapon attack before, or you have something else to do with your bonus action?
Well, no. So I want to save that for when we get to the other side. If I have to use my spiritual weapon on the fucking king, if he's there, because now I've lost the king. So that's, he's my only goal here. I mean, kind of fuck the princess. Not actually fuck the princess. I'm married. Did this a child, so no.
It's time to leave the room.
So to leave the room.
Anyway, you pass through. You see Mina. You see Kai. You see Kai banging away at the stone. You do not see the king. Do you want to use your bonus action to call the spiritual weapon through, or leave it on the other side?
Yes. Call it through.
All right, spiritual weapon.
Where the
passes right
fuck
on
is
through.
the king?
Probably in this.
How? Akita had him, and now
I don't know, but that's all I can think about. That's all I can think of. He's got to be in this.
Great. I guess, yeah. We're breaking the tomb again. Fucker.
If you have more attacks, attack it.
can I
You can use your
Great,
spiritual weapon
then
to attack
fucking
it.
attack
Yep.
the coffin with the spiritual weapon. Gonna roll. Oh, we're hydrating.
Ooh. I'm out of
also
hydration.
out of hydration.
Kind of sounds like a you problem.
I refilled because I got scared.
Fuck, that's only a 15.
That is going to miss.
No, you know what? I'm tired of this. Can I try it again because I have inspiration?
You can
Sure.
throw Bardic on it if you want.
I could.
You could add a
Do that.
Bardic.
What is
Do
that?
D10.
D8?
Ten.
Snack mode.
I already
Yeah, make
ate
cookies
my
over there.
snacks.
I know,
Fuck.
I'm empty.
Two.
It's after 10.
To a 17.
I
Still
devoured
misses.
all of my snacks
17 will
early.
not do it. This is
This is-
magical rock. Like, it's
I hate
legit.
rocks. Fucking rocks.
All right. Torkel and Akir watch as the king rises from his coffin
In the ethereal plane.
in the ethereal plane, passing through the stone as if it were nothing, the same way you've seen ghosts pass through walls in the material plane. And he is going to step up to Torkel, because Torkel's right there. And reach out and touch him.
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, stop touching
That
me.
can't be good.
Who's that?
He's touching
28.
Lack of consent. Lack of
Who touched
consent.
The king just reappeared from his coffin in the ethereal plane.
Motherfucker.
me.
Torkel's going to take 14 cold damage,
Okay.
and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
An important saving throw.
Decision. Use inspiration. Yeah, fuck it. It's really hard for me to fail these, but I don't want to have to fail.
Wait, did I skip Kai's turn?
Oh yeah, you did. I thought
did,
this was
alright.
just a special
Oh, I assumed
action
it was
thing.
too. That's why I was
Oh.
so scared.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, all right. I'll finish this, and then we'll go back to Kai, because nothing Kai does is going to affect us.
Well, that's not promising.
Holy, oh my goodness. I burned inspiration for that shit? You kidding me?
Torkel is now paralyzed.
Oh my. I shouldn't have said anything. This is my fault. I talked. This is on me. This is on me.
So question, does it count as a flying creature if it's I guess he's still walking even though he's on the ethereal
Still
plane.
walking. Yeah. All right, Kai.
Okay.
What would you have liked to have done?
I would like to continue attacking my sarcophagus lid.
Recklessly?
Yeah. That'll be a 15 to hit.
That is not enough.
Do I add Bardic?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll add Bardic. What is it, sweetie? A D10?
D10.
So the 15 becomes an 18. D3!
You have a D3. Come on. You've got this.
That is 3.
That is 3. That will do it. The 21 hits.
Hallelujah. For 5 points of damage.
Damage, bringing us to a total of 25. You knock another little rock's worth into the
Can I
sarcophagus.
see in sarcophagus yet?
Do you have dark vision?
No.
And there is not enough of anything to see in there.
Even though Mina's back with Emerald's vow?
Yours. If she was like shoving it in or right there, sure.
Fine,
Call me
then
over
I
for
will
the next time.
attack again and not aim. That is a nat 20.
There we go. Come on.
Oh yeah.
The
That
dice gods
is
reward
going
you
to
for not
be-
metagaming.
14 points. of damage.
35, 6, 37. We have for bonus actions.
For bonus actions.
You want to draw a different weapon and swing with an offhand? You have a second axe?
That was my second axe. That was 2 attacks.
Yes, but if you have an axe in your other hand, you can do an attack, offhand attack as a bonus action.
What is
Take
that?
it.
Two-weapon
Just take
fighting.
it.
2-weapon
Oh,
fighting.
like, is it a disadvantage?
You just if
Nope.
you don't.
You just don't get to add your strength, which is a whopping 1.
I didn't know I could do this.
You always use your bonus actions for everything else, so
That's a 23 to hit.
that's going to hit.
That is a whopping 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage, which is 1 more than you needed to crack this thing in half.
And I can then see the king is not in there.
You then see that in here is a scepter.
Well,
Can I grab it?
You cannot.
Fuck.
You are out of things to do.
is he in there?
No! Get back in.
Fuck!
And I suppose I will end my turn there.
All right. The king rises and goes at and touches Torkel, and Torkel is paralyzed. The princess, seeing, well, Atreus is gone. Is going to shoot at Torkel, I guess. So she points her longsword at Torkel and then pulls it up to her head. And as she pulls it across, beams of fire blast at Torkel. So she's going to attack 4 times at Torkel at advantage. Huh?
That's about all I can do.
24 to hit.
Ow.
13 misses.
Yay.
So that's 1 hit.
Ow.
26 to hit. So
That.
that's 2 hits. And 23 hits. So
that.
that's 3 hits. You're going to take...
I'm not having
6.
fun anymore.
22 points of fire damage.
Okay. Wait, total?
Total.
Oh. Okay. I was expecting that to be a lot worse. Not gonna lie.
And then she is going to circle around opposite Akir and get into melee with Torkel. The queen is up, but first we're going to take a legendary action as the king. He's going to try and touch Torkel again, which is at advantage because you're paralyzed and
Touching
auto crit if
me.
I hit. Oh, that's a crit anyways! Oh, I got the little dragon to come and eat my
Come on.
dice. You're going to take 17 points of cold damage. You're still paralyzed.
Yeah. Down to 59 for those playing along at home, which is technically still over half.
The queen is going to try and recharge her cold breath.
Yeah, that tracks.
Not doing so. She is going to take in a deep, deep breath and breathe out fire instead.
Well, at least I'm no longer a damp dwarf.
It's true.
You're roasted dwarf.
You're roasted. Because you're paralyzed, you automatically fail the dexterity saving throw. Kier needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Indeed.
Exactly average. Look at that.
How does a 19 do? Great.
Fine. You're going to take 22 points of fire damage.
14. I'm down to 14.
I'm going to use another absorb element.
Definitely under half.
And good news, the king is also going to be taking fire damage. He was only immune to the cold damage.
That's a good thing. The end of that sentence was good news. It wasn't good news. The king is also going to attack Torgal.
That's what I was scared of.
And he crit fails, so he's going to choose to pass. And take 22
Well, that's
points
one less
pass?
legendary action. So
exactly. And then he's going to reach out and touch Torgal again because it's fun.
At this point, this just sounds inappropriate.
I mean, he's just standing there. So 26 to hit, auto crit.
I don't like this game.
Torgal takes 22 points of damage.
Am I dead?
Nope, you're down.
Okay.
He's going into death saves now.
Going into death saves. And yeah, so you've got 3 failed death saves until you become a ghost and part of the menacing. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap it here for the night. So if you would like to follow along, please come join our Discord where all sorts of nefarious things happen off camera.
Please don't make me wait till next week.
Hope to
Please
see you
don't
there.
make me wait till next week. I can't be
Come back next time to find out what character Nathan's going to be playing.
Shut up. That's not nice. Take it back.
But we will be finishing this in the text Discord, so if you do want to see what happens and not just get the recap, you should hop in.
See you there.
Oh boy.
Well, that concludes the stream portion of it. Now it's just after dark content.
After dark.
Welcome to After Dark, where we become unhinged.
Welcome to After Dark. Or I won't be here after dark for that much longer because I've got a child who is fussing. So
is Akira up next? Is that where we're at basically? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Then I can start plotting what Akira's going to try and do to just fix this.
I picked the wrong day.
Fix it, Akira. Fix it.
I'm sorry, but like Mina was just like, Atreus needs to leave the room. Sorry, Torgal, I keep leaving you, but I have priorities.
I mean, there's no reasonable way to expect that. How much damage was that in a single turn? Like 90 some?
We didn't know he was coming back, so she didn't know that you would be stuck with all of them, and Akira would just be flying in the air like a little pixie.
I just like lost track of how much damage that was a single turn. I don't remember where I started.
Weren't you at full health?
Yeah.
No, because I'd taken one hit from opportunity attack when I was healing Mina.
So that was like nothing.
Like 14 or something.
Yeah. So over 100 points of damage in one go.
Woo!
Yeah.
That would have dropped
That
most
is
of us.
so
So
sad.
good for you. You lasted longer than any of us would have.
Turns out being paralyzed is a really bad thing when everyone's attacking you.
And you need a lot of like saves.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
At this point, everyone is pretty much going to come back in the room.
Wait, could they not crit against me even though I was paralyzed with my adamantine armor? Do I get any of that back?
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Read me what
This suit of
adamantium
armor
does.
is reinforced with adamantium, one of the hardest substances in existence. While you're wearing it, any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit.
That says any. That says any. You need to give him points back.
Any critical
Right.
hit becomes a
That-
normal hit.
This episode is brought to you by
Oh.
adamantine armor, where Torkel might not
Yeah.
be down.
This is a very good after
After
dark.
Doc actually gets
Now we have to retro math.
After
Fire
dark,
breath.
we actually do math and homework.
I'm so bad at math.
All right,
So
so
bad.
It's
that
okay,
was
we
a
just make the
hit.
DM do math.
Yep, I got you.
Rewind.
Be kind.
Right,
Rewind.
none of those. To the Blood Witch. Paralyzing touch. You took 17 damage. So add back 9.
Okay. But I think I went over by 5.
You were at
that
you were at
means-
14 when you took 22, I think.
So you're telling me I'm at 1.
I think
Awake.
so.
Wait for it. And then add back
You're awake!
13.
14! Hey!
And I'm back in the game.
Thank goodness.
Awake is easier because then I'm not dragging a object.
Yeah. You can move.
Yeah.
And you don't
Wow.
auto fail stuff.
Woo! Glad I have that armor.
That was
Wait,
that was
that-
Totally
yeah.
got.
Good memory.
Yeah, it means I can do it one more time and not feel bad about it. I was worried I was going to send you to, 2 failed death saves before your turn.
Yes, so was I.
I mean, you're assuming nobody's gonna go in and grab him and chuck him out.
Akir's in
I
there,
mean-
Yeah, but the rest of us aren't.
and then
So-
it's Torkel.
Then
If Akir
it's me.
puts his
Yeah.
if Akir puts his bow away, can I grab 2 people?
Torkel's the only
I'm
I'm
one
still
in there.
paralyzed,
He
so I
wants to
can't
grab
even
the
do
king
anything.
again. He wants to try to do the king.
Oh, you want to grab the king again?
Just gonna
Yeah,
grab
if
him
you have
again.
2 free hands, you can make 2 attacks.
That's not a good idea, though.
Who's got 2 free hands and,
Who's got 2 free hands and no good ideas?
no
This guy.
pants?
This guy with pulling through the portal.
I wonder if he has to be banished, like to stick.
Yeah, I think I need to come in with the banishment.
So
There's no
Yes.
way we can like destroy the sarcophagus in that world, right? Because it's not real.
They watched as the sarcophagus lid crashed.
Okay.
It's open.
I feel like
so there's
So it is
so there's
just crashed
potentially
on both
something in the
sides.
sarcophagus on this side.
Well, take a peek inside.
and the staff on my side might be important.
Scepter.
It could be the whatever's keeping him there. I don't know. Check that thing for magic.
I feel like we are either very close or we've done absolutely nothing.
I think we're
That's
close. We're
You're
kind of
very
where I'm
close.
at. I feel it in my
It
bones.
feels
I
very,
feel-
very
yeah,
close.
I feel the close.
But also too many people very close to death. So
No,
I mean,
just Torkel.
Just
Fine.
Torkel. Mina's surviving.
I'm back at
Um,
like in the 40s. So
yeah,
that's
full
but
fine.
health.
there have been
Because-
multiple bouts of damage that were mid 40s. So you could still get
Yeah,
one
no,
hit.
I can't really be in that other room that long.
I can.
Yeah. And I'll probably second wind as my first like action pretty much. So we'll get back up there before we do.
And I won't even be able to cure wounds on myself because I'm paralyzed. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yep.
I can't even use a touch action on myself.
Nope.
What if I
phrased
push
that the
your
way I
hand?
did for a specific reason.
What if I push your hand into your thigh?
You made him touch himself?
It's like a puppet.
Torkel, do the thing!
Haven't you ever like played with the mannequins when no one's looking at the
The
department
problem is
stores.
they all
Yeah.
require verbal components, and he can't
No.
speak. So
Yeah,
Open your
you know,
fucking mouth.
because touching requires consent. Okay, even if it's yourself. Do
And this
I
is why it's
consent
after
to
dark.
this? Yeah. Do I consent to this moment? No, then no.
Dex said Mina
Ew.
had to leave. One more chill touch and her knees would have given out. That's necrotic, okay? Get it right. Get the crinks correct. It's a little bit of feeling dead to feel alive.
So the question
Microdosing
is,
on death.
when it comes to somatic elements of spells,
Mhm.
do you have to say the whole thing, or can you just go, ugh?
You have to be able to speak to use a verbal
Well,
component.
yeah, verbal
have to be able
and
to-
somatic are different things.
How do you
And
end
Pure Winds is both.
paralyzation again? Anyone? How do you
What was
end
that?
paralyzation?
If I had lesser restoration,
There's spells for that.
I got rid
You
of
could pass
I
a
also
saving
got
throw.
rid of lesser restoration.
You could kill the king.
it. Sorry, Torx.
Cool. Any closing statements of this after dark?
Let's say it's 10:30.
That was it.
Here has his work cut out for him to make a plan, so that'll come tomorrow. Thank you
Yep.
all for
Got
joining
it.
us.
All right.
We will see you
Yeah.
next week.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.